I'm Hassan Barclay and I'm at Laced right now. Shout out to One Band.
Easy on my soul, yes, I guarantee to hold on her reins, on her reins.
Hey, what's up guys? It's Sabrina from One Band Magazine and I'm here with Hassan. Woo! Okay, so thank you for being here.
Of course.
Really appreciate it. And just to get started, I know that you have like some influences from like D'Angelo, and I love your and some other prominent R&B figures. Did they kind of help spark you to bring you to this direction with your music? How did they kind of inspire you?
I've always loved subversive black artists like Lenny Kravitz.
Yeah.
Pharrell is a big one.
Mm-hmm.
Tori Moore is a big influence too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've always just loved taking away from different genres and blending them into something that's mine. And that's something they all did too.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very important thing to me.
That's awesome. So, speaking of that, do you produce or anything? I know you took different genres and bring them into your own. So how does that help you with your music making?
Yeah, so I produced everything on the record. I played guitar, bass, I programmed the drums and the synth. All of that's me. And the only sample on the record is on the track Yoshimitsu with Christmas.
Yeah, that's so cool.
I had to put a disclaimer out on Twitter yesterday about that because apparently nobody knew that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like us. Sleep ain't for no creatures like us. No sleep ain't for no creatures like us.
So let's actually talk about that song of Christmas. I know that that's not a typical Mikey Christmas song.
No.
And it's a lot darker.
A lot darker than he's used to.
Yeah. So what was the process like? And then how did you guys even decide, how did you even think to bring Christmas onto the song?
Well, I try to use that formula. He does a lot of happy songs.
Yeah.
And I had a space open on there and I was just I'm just gonna throw this to Christmas.
Right.
I'm gonna see if he wants to do a darker song.
Right.
Nobody's used to that, so
At all.
I just wanted to throw that curveball at the audience.
That's so cool. So how was the process like? Was he kind of obviously he was probably definitely open to it, but what was your creativity process like?
I really just sent it to him and he just spit it out.
Oh, that's
he killed it.
That's so dope.
That's one of my favorite verses from him, honestly. Yes.
That's cool. So you talked about you played damn near every instrument in the world.
I tried.
Would you combine would you ever have play with a live band?
Here?
Or for any performance, while you're performing?
Yeah, so we did, we've had 2 shows at the Middle East in the past month and a half.
Yeah,
and both of those shows had a full band. Well, the second one wasn't as full, but it's
but it's
just
still
as,
live music.
yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
And I'm trying to push to have a full band at every show.
That is so cool.
Yeah, I want it to be more than just hip hop or more than just any genre, just past genre.
Yeah.
Post-genre music is my thing, honestly.
With the music that's surrounding Boston, how do you stay true to to yourself? Because you're so unique from every other artist here. But how do you also fit in, if that makes sense?
Everybody's weird out here. Everybody is a weirdo in this city. Everybody is strange. So we're all friends for that reason.
Yeah.
The music brings us together, but it doesn't really section us off like that.
Yeah,
I can have a conversation with Stiz as a friend. Just because he makes trap music doesn't mean we're not compatible, you know?
Yeah.
Everybody can, yeah.
Yeah, there's so much just versatility there.
Yeah.
I like that. I appreciate that. So what do you think moving forward? What do you think is next for you? Here.
I have a single coming out. I'm not telling anyone when it comes out. It's just gonna come out. We have a show coming up on the 24th at Thieves Grotto. Can't really give out the address to that either.
Single?
Huh?
What are you gonna tell us the name of the single?
All I can say is that I'm gonna perform that single at the next show, so you gotta come and see it.
So mysterious. So mysterious.
That's how you gotta be in 2016.
That's true. That's true. Are you gonna have your band with you? Maybe.
Yeah,
Possibly.
of course.
Yeah.
I'm actually building on top of the band too. I want to have a band full of producers. That's my goal.
That is amazing.
Right
so,
now, yeah.
Do you have any ideas who like that team would be?
I mean, I already have 2 of them. So my DJ Inspector, Tyler Goulet, he's probably gonna go on a bass at some point.
Yeah.
And I have a guitarist, Brandon Ferguson. He's also an amazing producer. He was at the Converse session with us, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've heard that name before.
MB Fergs, yeah.
Okay, yeah, definitely heard that name before. That's so cool.
Yeah, he's a beast.
And then let's talk briefly about Heaven Is Your Live Stream. The album artwork, you know, I remember seeing it. I remember just kind of like staring
How'd
at
you
it
feel when you
too.
saw it?
Honestly, I like did a double take and I just kind of like stared at it and I was just like, whoa, like this is like some like MFA type shit. Like, honestly, so.
You hear that MFA? I gotta buy my piece.
Seriously. No, but like what is the meaning behind your cover art and how did you kind of like go about bringing it together, bringing it to life?
It was really a practice in my process. It was honestly for Mass Art. I was at Mass Art for a semester, and it was my visual media class. I don't remember the exact project it was for, but I ended up going to the Natural History Museum in Harvard and taking a picture of a geode rock or a barrel rock. That's what it was. It's a mineral rock, and I saw the picture and I was like, I could do something crazy with this. There's so much detail in this. I want to get into the intricacies of it. And I just took a picture of my face in the same light and I just put them together.
That is so cool.
Thank you.
So, wow. It's like you literally combine like we were in your class and like you got, you know, inspired by this piece and then you kind of like combined it together. It's interesting.
Thank you. Yeah. If you look closely, it's really intricate. Like you can see my teeth mixing in with the geode and rock. It's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad a lot of people like really pay attention to it.
For sure. It like sparks a lot of like attention and conversation too.
Yeah.
It's like, well, what do you think? What do you think?
Yeah, it's a really important piece to me.
That's dope. And before we go, what are your favorite 3 brands, like just randomly, that you like to wear?
Well, I like Converse a lot. They're really cool. They really hooked it up at the sessions I was at. I was at a session for Original Kadeem. Right over there.
Hey.
Just doing the piece. I don't know. I really I like Nike too. I mean, everybody likes Nike, but I've had a soft spot for it lately. I've been wearing a lot of their sneakers. Other than that, I usually just thrift. Well, actually, no. I like Supreme too. I love Supreme. I can't lie.
I do too, low key. Like,
yeah, I try not to be a hype beast about it.
Me too.
Even all the Supreme I buy is super low key. Like you wouldn't even know it was that.
That's like the way you gotta do it sometimes.
Other than those 3, I just thrift everything. Like this is
thrifting. So what are your favorite thrift stores?
I love Buffalo Exchange.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
Buffalo Exchange. The garment district is amazing.
Oh,
I always find crazy stuff in there.
I used to live in front of there, so like growing up was just like magical. Like,
Yeah.
It was just amazing.
It's like Christmas every day.
Literally, I'd be like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Every single time.
I
love music, and I've noticed that like you've have so much romance into your music. Like, was that the intention, or did it just kind of happen this way?
Definitely very deliberate. Yeah.
Amazing.
Since the 90s,
Yes.
it hasn't really been. There hasn't really been that much love in music. It's always been like crazy trifling shit.
Like,
So
it's just like, where's the love?
like even if
Where's
you
the
listen to
hope?
Keith Sweat lyrics, he's talking about some crazy shit. He's doing terrible things to women.
Seriously.
So I try to bring it back. I try to make it just basic. Like not even about girl boy, just like I love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's just a beautiful feeling.
Yeah,
like,
it just uplifts people.
exactly. It makes you feel good. I dig it. Sweet. Thank you.
Yeah.
Alright, and then before we go, could you just like let me know where to follow your music or?
Yeah, well, you can find me on soundcloud.com/Hassan Barclay. That is spelled HAASAN BARCLAY. I have to spell it out because a lot of people don't really know how to spell that. It's a little ethnic.
Or sometimes they do the HASS.
Yeah.
As opposed to HAA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's on every every flyer, even though it's
Yeah.
online. I don't understand how people do that. People get names wrong.
It's right there.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But follow me.
Sweet. Thank you guys.